As many of you are already aware, I just recently posted a video about the Pope sitting on a white throne with a cherubim on each side of his throne, proving he is claiming to be a god on earth, just as prophecy said the Roman Catholic popes would do. You can see this video at john1429.org. What most fail to realize about the Roman Catholic religion is their statement of faith is over 85% pagan doctrine. Take, for example, their dogmatic statements claiming Mary, the mother of Jesus, to be the Queen of Heaven. In Jeremiah chapter 7, we read the following about how pagans provoked the God of creation to anger. It says in Jeremiah 7:18 that the children gather wood, and the fathers kindle the fire, and the women knead their dough to make cakes to the Queen of Heaven, and to pour out drink offerings unto other gods, that they may provoke me to anger. It also says in Jeremiah 44:19, when speaking of the pagans, that when we burned incense to the Queen of Heaven and poured out drink offerings unto her, did we make her cakes to worship her, and pour out drink offerings unto her without our men? Just as pagans of old did for their Queen of Heaven, the Roman Catholic Church today makes small cakes for Mary, they burn incense to her, they place drink offerings under her statues, and even perform vows to her, as Jeremiah 44:25 said pagans did to their Queen of Heaven. It is easy to see Mary is in fact worshipped as a god in the Roman Catholic Church. To further prove this as fact, notice the following picture found on a mainstream Roman Catholic website of a monstrance that was set up in a Roman Catholic church in Chicago. Now notice the throne she is sitting on. Yes, it does represent the crescent moon of Islam here, and that can be a whole nother video all unto itself, but suffice it to say, she is sitting on it, and it is white. Also notice the two cherubim on either side of that throne. Thousands of years ago, the prophet Isaiah stated the following words: O Lord of hosts, God of Israel, that dwellest between the cherubims, thou art the God, even thou alone. Of all the kingdoms of the earth, thou hast made heaven and earth. That's, of course, Isaiah 37:16. In Revelation 20, verse 11, when John is describing what he sees in vision regarding God, he says, I saw a great white throne, and him that sat on it. Our God sits upon his white throne, and he has two cherubim sitting on either side of him. Now, look at this picture of an artist's rendering of the biblical Ark of the Covenant. Notice the cherubim on either side of the Shekinah glory, which is this artist's rendering of the presence of God himself as he resided in the most holy place on earth thousands of years ago. Notice how the Shekinah glory is slightly above the cherubim. Also notice the Ark of the Covenant itself that is covered in gold. It is overwhelmingly apparent here that the Roman Catholic Church is doing all they can to portray Mary as the God of the Roman Catholic people. In fact, on May 7th, 1997, Pope John Paul II not only dedicated his general audience to Mary, he declared, and I quote, "It is possible to understand the authentic meaning of Marian worship in the ecclesiastical community, which furthermore is based on the will of Christ." He also stated in the same address that all Christians should make room for Mary in their daily lives, acknowledging her providential role in the path of salvation. Pope Benedict XV said, all those who seek Mary's protection will be saved for all eternity. Pope Pius XI in 1935, in a prayer to close a jubilee, is where we actually find the first use of the word co-redemptrix by a pope. He said, O Mother of love and mercy, who, when thy sweetest Son was consummating the redemption of the human race on the altar of the cross, didst stand next to him, suffering with him as a co-redemptrix. And once again, John Paul II said in 1980 that by being assumed into heaven, she continues to obtain for us the grace of eternal salvation. Truth is, the ancient Queen of Heaven in Jeremiah and the Roman Catholic Queen of Heaven are the exact same pagan goddess that angered the Creator God in the past. To verify this as fact, visit the webpage you see on your screen right now for much more information on this. The Roman Catholic Vatican is indeed the prophesied house of the Antichrist. Please let every Roman Catholic you know their leaders are lying to them. if they are truly doing the best they can to please the Lord, as Revelation 18 declares many of the Roman Catholics are, warn them of the eternal danger that they're in. If you would like more information on how to help the Roman Catholics come home to Christ and leave the house of Antichrist, as prophecy declares many of them will in these last days, please visit remnantofgod.org. Thank you for watching. God bless.